Hello there. Today I wanted to show you this beautiful book, this beautiful handmade junk journal that I made for my friend for what's called the Coven Love and Gift Exchange. So I run this thing called Oil Coven, and you can find more about that if you're curious in the description below. I'll have a link to the page on my website that talks all about what Oil Coven is, but what's important is that we are a bunch of friends who love plant magic, and once a year, if we get it together, which this is the second time we've done so good going, we do what's called the Coven Love and Gift Exchange, and it's like a secret Santa, but closer to Valentine's Day than the holidays, because everyone's crazy busy at the holidays, and who needs more on their plate then? And everyone can use a little more love around Valentine's Day or any other time of the year, honestly, but this is when we do it. So and my partner, I happen to know, was somebody who would really appreciate a handmade junk journal. And also in like their survey that they filled out for like what their preferences are and things, they said that their favorite colors were black and purple, and like other things that came up in their survey a lot that they're really into or that they collect are moons, dragons, and hearts. So and obviously we're all witchy folk in Oil Coven, and I know she loves plant magic and plant things, and I know she's really into tarot. So you're gonna see all of those themes in this journal. And yeah, I thought I would just flip through it before I send it off. The cover is a black stretch velvet, actually, so it was kind of difficult to bind with the stretch, but I did it. And it is hand bound with this externally visible binding, just waxed linen thread through these eyelets. And there's 5 signatures, and each signature has 7 folios. So let's do the math on that. 7 times 4 is 28 times 5, 125 plus 15 is going to be 140. So it's 140 pages altogether, if I've done my math in my head right just there. And yeah, so we've got the black velvet cover, the externally visible binding that I just think is so beautiful. And then before I covered the book board, I embroidered the fabric with these gems, these little beads that I've had since high school. They came off a favorite pair of jeans that I found at a street fair and wore until basically all the gems came off. And when it was like half the gems had come off and it was just too ratty looking to keep wearing, I picked off the rest of the beads and gems and put them in a little plastic bag, never to be touched again until like 12, 13, 14, 15 years later now, when I have just put some of them on this book. And then for my closure, I always like do the same kind of closure because I just think it works really well. So there's this like hitch post here on the front, and then this is tied through an eyelet on the back, and I have it tied in a bow right now so that you can just loop it around and open and close very quickly. But as the journal grows, you can untie the bow and retie it to give yourself more room, you know, as it gets chunkier and chunkier. There should be plenty of room to grow. So this is what we have when we get inside. Let's check my framing. Yeah, we're doing all right. Okay. And I did also, this is the first time I've done this on a journal, I bound in a little ribbon bookmark. So this is glued in to the spine under the lining paper, and hopefully it stays real good. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to talk too much. I will say so all of this is like scrapbook papers that I've had forever, or ephemera from books, or like used books or whatever, journals that I took apart, that sort of thing, tarot decks that I broke up. Most of the envelopes I handmade from scrapbook paper. The only thing is I did not have any dragon anything in my whole supply collection. So I did get a pack of Celestial Dragon digitals from, I forget the name of the vendor on Etsy, but I will link the pack in the description of this video. if you want to check it out. So these dragon scale papers that I used to line the cover are from that digital pack, and then there's one page in each signature that's very clearly Celestial Dragon digital. So you'll see that when we come to that. Hold on tight to your dreams, little tag that I made her. And something else special that I think she'll appreciate, and I'll put this in like a little note to her, is that a lot of these materials, like this ribbon, and then some of these papers, these paper overhangs that are in here, are from a mutual friend of ours who's also an Oil Coven, who like gave me Christmas presents, and then off of this was like part of the gift wrap from those Christmas presents. And so it's just kind of, I feel like it makes the gift a little bit from more of us, and I feel like it's something that she would really appreciate. So I think that's all the background info you need, and with that, I am just gonna flip through here. We've got a Kanuka Whitecraft greeting card from a botanical watercolor instructional book. Got a tag tucked in this holographic Two of Swords tarot pocket. And here's one of those Celestial Dragon digitals, which I thought was especially appropriate because it's got the potions, and you know, Oil Coven, we do a lot of potion making. And hearts, she said, were a thing for her. So wherever I have any heart stuff, I tucked some of it in there. And then I've also put together, or I'm still kind of putting together, this envelope. This piece of stationery actually is like a handmade, embossed from like a hand-carved lina cut from one of my friends here in Texas. And I ordered these cards from her a while ago to send to Oil Coven members. And I have been really precious with them. So I haven't used very many of them, and I figured she would really appreciate this, especially with the black and the moon and the magic. And so I wanted to send her one of these, and I still haven't decided if I'm actually going to write like my note to her on this, or if I'm gonna like write my note on a smaller piece of paper that I'll like stick to this, and then she can decide if she wants to use this for something else. I don't know, we'll see. And then I've tucked some other things that I think that she would enjoy that kind of go with this journal in here. So she'll have a couple extra things to play with, because I know she would really like junk journaling. She said this, but she hasn't done it before, so I don't know how much like paper and stuff she has on hand. And obviously you can junk journal with whatever you want, but I just think it's fun to have a couple extra things. So these tarot and oracle cards I turned into journal cards with some of my avocado dyed paper. And I know we both use the Magic of I journals, so I think she'll appreciate those used pages there, or like the unused pages from my used journal. This is another one that I turned into a journal card. We just got some writing paper tucked in here, and this is some of the plain black scrapbook paper that I put through my embossing machine. The other half of that Celestial Dragon digital. Beautiful card from the Night Goddess, Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. Yes, I got 2 copies of the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, one to keep intact and use, and then one to break up. And like some of the cards are in my basket case, some are going in decks that I'm building, like magpie decks that I'm building, and then some of them have gone into my craft stash. So she got one with a nice big moon on it. Did I open this tip out even? We've got some like space galaxy washi tape. And that's the end here of the first signature. This is a handmade envelope from scrapbook paper. Some of the wax on this wax linen thread has been coming off a little bit, and usually it doesn't, like that normally happens when you run it through the eyelets and you're tying it really hard, but it doesn't usually show up as much as it does on this black velvet, so I will have to run this over with a lint roller before I pack it up. And then we've got on the outside of this signature, more Celestial Dragon digitals, a little note card, a handmade scrapbook paper envelope. And then I found this in my stationery supply. I thought she would appreciate this, especially because it's the Coven Lovin' gift exchange. It's all about love and self-love. So it's just one of those knock-knock memo pads, things I must do to love myself, with a long list of ideas that you can check off or not, or do whatever you want with. There we go.
folds out. Made, this is journal card out of this beautiful gold foil scrapbook paper. I don't usually work in these colors. I'm usually much more of like an earth tones person. And so she basically is getting like all of my black and purple. And I'm like I said, like I don't usually work in these colors. I wouldn't usually reach for these colors, but I'm so pleased with how it's all come together. And then because the moon, and I know that Artemis is special to her, I didn't have anything specifically Artemis, but I had this Diana coloring page, which I thought was close enough that she would appreciate it. So I've got Diana, and that's where I've put the ribbon bookmark. And we've got Aphrodite on the other side. Who doesn't love Aphrodite, especially for Coven Love and Gift Exchange? I love this scrapbook paper with the back. I love all of these papers, and I just don't usually reach for them because of the colors. It's just not the colors that I usually go for, but I love the motifs, and so it's really fun to be able to use these for somebody who I absolutely know will really appreciate them and who will just absolutely adore the colors. So that makes me happy. This one I really love. This is like a little warmer. I would be much more likely to reach for something like this. There's a couple of these actually that I really love. This one. Oh, okay. Actually, just like looking at this whole thing, I'm just in love. I'm so pleased to know that this is going to a friend who will just absolutely love and adore it. We've got the Page of Pentacles. These cards that look like this are from the Revelations Tarot, which is really cool because you flip it and it's a different image, and every card in the deck is like that. And so it kind of has like the upright meaning and the reversed meaning. And I actually really love this deck. I just have so many decks that I wasn't using them all, and so I took my favorite cards from some of them, put them in the basket case. You can learn more about the basket case at the link in the description as well if you're curious about that. It's a basket full of cards that I pull from as one big deck, but the cards are from all different decks. Some of them aren't even tarot or oracle cards. There's some cool business cards in there. They all have divinatory meanings, and I love to use it for divination, and you can get a reading with the basket case at the link in the description. But some of the cards from decks that I put in the basket, like I put my favorite cards from a bunch of different decks in the basket case, and then cards that I just didn't resonate with like as much went into my craft stash or my trading stash. So it's very cool to be able to use them in projects like this now. I love these Trader Joe's greeting cards. I got like 10 of this one when it came out, and I've been using it, but a little bit precious about it. So I still have a few, but I thought I was really pleased to be able to send her this one with the purple and the crystals. And of course, I know she collects crystals, but what witch doesn't? Beautiful butterflies with the gold foil and the spiders and all sorts of beautiful things. Handmade envelope here. Magic of Eye planner pages. And then I put pocket on this one with some writing space on these cards. Coloring page. Celestial Dragon digitals. I just think they're so beautiful, and it's like, it's not like it. Well, I didn't have anything like this in my stash. It's just not the thing that I normally gravitate to for myself, but I absolutely think it's gorgeous, and I hope that she loves it as much as I think that she's going to. And I definitely will be using, like, I'm also looking forward to like making another journal with, because I got some extra copies of some of these pages. And so I'm looking forward to making another journal with the rest of the ones that I have and getting to send that off to someone else. So maybe I'll have that in my emporium at some point soon. Got pocket with just some cotton rag and a card. Some of the cards that I thought the backs were really cool or that she would particularly appreciate, I did not back, and I just left as cards. The ones with backs that just like did not go with the vibe, I covered so that they could be journal cards. But I know she really likes Labyrinth, so this is from the Labyrinth Tarot. This is the 5 of Junk, and I just think it's a cool card, so it's going in there. And I mean, it's junk. It's a junk journal. Gotta have it. It's gotta be there. There's the other half of the coloring page. More Magic of Eye. If you're not familiar with the Magic of Eye planners, by the way, they are really, really great. I don't use mine religiously in like to its full potential, but I use it more than any other planner I've ever used, and I really truly love it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got all the astrological information, all the transits and everything for every day, and helps you really plan ahead. And it also breaks it down into like, so like it tells you where all the planets and stuff are that day, and like what sign, you know, where the moon is, what phase the moon is in, and what sign it's in. But then it also, like, if you don't know how to read all that and break it down, it also has like 9 different keywords, like goals and diamond mind, that just kind of reflect the general energy of where all the placements are that day. So like if you're not going to read all of these planet placements and stuff and transits and whatever, and I forget what aspects, then you can just look at the keywords and know, okay, like today is a good day for goals, like today is a good day to, you know, work on shit, diamond mind, like today's a good day, my head's going to be clear, my fire is going to be going, you know, let's go, let's plan something goal oriented for that day. And then yeah, so there's different ones for different days. I think it's really helpful. A lot of us in Oil Coven use it because it's just that good, and they're gorgeous. So we've got this other envelope here with some writing paper in it. I'm not going to take everything out of every pocket. And there's the back of that beautiful Trader Joe's greeting card, which I put a pocket on the back of and tucked this Katie Daisy card into. I know she lives in the Pacific Northwest, so I feel like, and she's a gardener, and so I think she'll really appreciate like this sort of visual, and all things grow with love. I just think that's very, like, it's not the purple, black, moon, dragon vibe, but it's still her vibe. She'll appreciate it. And I wanted to put it next to this one as well. Another Trader Joe's greeting card. And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. And this one has a really nice like linen texture to it as well. Very matte and just really lovely. This is another one of the Celestial Dragon digitals. And then I did have one dragon card in my stash, and I found it at the, like, I was looking for something else and I found this dragon card, and I was like, all right, she has to have it. But it has this really awful like yellow orange back that just does not go. So I backed that with some paper and put a heart paper clip. So that's a journal card for her. And I know that she really likes the Fool Tarot card. So this is a sticker here. I didn't want to stick it down in a particular place, but I wanted her to have it. So it's there. And then I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I did make like an overhang with the Fool on one of these pages. This washi tape is just one of the most, oh, we need to glue that down a little extra, don't we? I'm pretty religious about gluing down my washi tape, but I must have missed this end spot, but that's all right. We can catch it now. I'm just gonna clothespin that while we continue flipping through. Beautiful butterflies. And this is from an old Fairy House calendar from many years ago. I thought with the purple, I just thought that really was her vibe and would match this journal very nicely. I love using old calendars, both in junk journals, but also as wall art. I have a ton, I have big gallery walls in my house that I've really enjoyed putting together. It's kind of like junk journaling, but on the wall. And a pretty significant chunk of the art on my gallery walls is from old calendars. I've got beautiful holographic moon washi tape. And here's the Fool. This is from a holographic tarot that I actually bought specifically to like break up and trade and put in art on Amazon pretty cheaply. And yeah, so this one is glued down on here. I've got this little cat paper clip. And then on the back, I just put this sticker. And so the adventure begins. I thought that was appropriate for the Fool. If you're not a big tarot person, the Fool is really about like taking risks and like having the faith even when other people might say that like you're making a stupid decision, like you believe and you have the faith and you make the moves and you begin the journey. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. There's obviously, you know, there's more to it, but I think that's the gist of it for you right now. That'll help you understand why I put "and so the adventure begins." It's also the first card of the tarot. It's card 0. Love this page of the Celestial Dragon digitals. Magical vibes. This was from one of those expensive ephemera packs. I don't remember. It's either Stamperia or 49 in Market. I don't remember, but I thought that was perfect for her. Got a little tag in here with more of that ribbon from our friend. And then we've got an original Addams Family cartoon greeting card. I thought this one was really funny. If you'll see, she's like cut out the paper dolls, but then this one has 3 legs for some reason. Got a little Wednesday Addams. And then we've got this cool glitter skull paper, and it had 3 skulls on the sheet, and so I just folded it over so that there would be 1 and 1, and then there's 1 on the other side of the signature. And then we've got a Cicely Mary Barker, I want to say it's the Dog Violet Fairy, correct, from Flower Fairies of the Spring, which was just the exact same purple of this botanical paper, so it had to go together. Yeah. Some more Celestial Dragon digitals. Magic of Eye. This is from a book called The Book of Fine Prints, I think, that I got at my favorite thrift shop. And it's got a bunch of great old text pages, but then it also has a bunch of just full page black and white engravings. And this one with Diana I thought was just perfect for her. So we did that, and then I put a pocket on the other page that wasn't as her aesthetic, and we've tucked this North Node Oracle card with the moons on the back into this Celestial Butterfly pocket. This is a hand-dyed botanical paper with dewberry leaves that I made. The other half of the Book of Fine Prints page with some landscapes, more Magic of Eye, more Celestial Dragon digitals, more of the paper overhang from our friend with a little evergreen paper clip. And that other glitter skull, the back half of the Wednesday Addams card, which I made a pocket, and then I just tucked in this card for writing space and these 2 oracle cards. So this is from Shine from the Inside Oracle, Keep Your Thoughts Positive, and it has holographic edges and crystals and moon on the back. And then this, I don't remember this one, what this one is from. I got this from another one of our mutual friends who's also an Oil Coven in a card swap that we did last year. And it's the King of Swords, but it's planetary and it's cool. And I thought that she should have it, and I thought it goes with it. So we're popping those in there, and she can leave those in there. She can take them out. She can do whatever she wants. I debated putting a pocket on the back cover, but at the end of the day, I just decided that I really loved the dragon scales and that if she wanted a pocket on the back cover, she could glue one in. There's a pocket on the front cover, and yeah, I wanted her to have the freedom to choose, and I just thought the dragon scales looked so beautiful. I was having trouble feeling like I should or could cover them up. So that is it. That is the whole thing, folks. Thanks for sitting with me through that. Let's check on this washi here, actually. Yeah, that is doing just fine. So we will leave that there, and we will close that up. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. And like I said, this one is for a friend, so this is not for sale. But I will have other journals going up for sale shortly, or I just did. I don't know what order I'm going to post these videos in. Obviously, I'll wait a little while to post this one because I want to wait for my friend to get it first before I post this. But that's that. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you around in my next video. Bye.